Here is a brief introduction of Joseph Stalin and some facts about him and his quotes. Joseph Stalin, 1878–1953, was a Soviet politician and military leader who ruled the Soviet Union from the mid-1920s until he died in 1953. He was a key figure in the Bolshevik Revolution of 1917 and served as General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union from 1922 until his death. Here are 29 facts about Stalin. 1. Stalin was born Ioseb Besarionis Dze Jughashvili in Gori, Georgia, in 1878. 2. His father was a cobbler and his mother was a housewife. 3. Stalin attended a seminary but was expelled for his political views. 4. He became a Marxist and joined the Bolshevik Party in 1903. 5. Stalin played a key role in the Bolshevik Revolution of 1917, which overthrew the Russian Provisional Government. 6. He served as the People's Commissar for Nationalities from 1917 to 1923. 7. Stalin was appointed General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union in 1922. 8. He implemented policies of collectivization and industrialization, which led to the deaths of millions of people. 9. Stalin's 5-year plans aimed to modernize the Soviet economy and make it more efficient. 10. Stalin's purges of the 1930s targeted perceived enemies of the state and resulted in the deaths of millions of people. 11. Stalin's secret police, the NKVD, carried out the purges and were responsible for widespread repression. 12. Stalin signed a non-aggression pact with Nazi Germany in 1939, which allowed Hitler to invade Poland and start World War II. 13. Stalin's leadership during World War II helped the Soviet Union defeat Nazi Germany. 14. Stalin attended the Yalta Conference in 1945, where he met with Winston Churchill and Franklin D. Roosevelt to discuss the post-war world. 15. Stalin's policies after World War II led to the Cold War and tensions with the United States. 16. Stalin died on March 5, 1953, and was succeeded by Nikita Khrushchev. 17. Stalin's body was embalmed and placed on display in Moscow's Red Square. 18. Stalin's legacy is controversial, with some regarding him as a hero who modernized the Soviet Union and defeated Nazi Germany, while others view him as a brutal dictator responsible for the deaths of millions of people. 19. Stalin's birth name, Ioseb, means Joseph in Georgian. 20. Stalin's title, Stalin, means man of steel in Russian. 21. Stalin had a distinctive moustache that became iconic. 22. Stalin was married twice and had 2 children. 23. Stalin's son Yakov was captured by the Germans during World War II and died in captivity. 24. Stalin's daughter Svetlana defected to the United States in 1967. 25. Stalin was known for his paranoia and distrust of others. 26. Stalin was also known for his brutal sense of humor. 27. Stalin was an avid reader and enjoyed literature. 28. Stalin was also a fan of westerns and cowboy movies. 29. Stalin was a heavy smoker and drinker. Here are 25 quotes by Joseph Stalin. 1. The only real power comes out of a long rifle. 2. Ideas are more powerful than guns. We would not let our enemies have guns, why should we let them have ideas? 3. A single death is a tragedy, a million deaths is a statistic. 4. The writer is the engineer of the human soul. 5. Education is a weapon whose effects depend on who holds it in his hands and at whom it is aimed. 6. The press must grow day in and day out. It is our party's sharpest and most powerful weapon. 7. I trust no one, not even myself. 8. The people who cast the votes decide nothing. The people who count the votes decide everything. 9. The death of one man is a tragedy, the death of millions is a statistic. 10. The only real politic is war. 11. When we hang the capitalists they will sell us the rope we use. 12. Gaiety is the most outstanding feature of the Soviet Union. 13. The Red Army and Navy and the whole Soviet people must fight for every inch of Soviet soil, fight to the last drop of blood for our towns and villages. Onward, to victory. 14. The history of the revolution, of the fight waged by the workers and peasants of the Soviet Union, is a history of the irreconcilable struggle of the proletariat against the bourgeoisie, of the struggle to overthrow the old order and establish the dictatorship of the proletariat. 15. One death is a tragedy, a million deaths is a statistic. 16. Artillery is the god of war. 17. Quantity has a quality all its own. 18. Without a revolutionary theory there can be no revolutionary movement. 19. The only way to deal with capitalists is to hang them. 20. Print is the sharpest and the strongest weapon of our party. 21. The Soviet Union is a socialist state of workers and peasants. 22. The Soviet Union is a country of victorious socialism. 23. The history of the Soviet Union is the history of the realization of the dictatorship of the proletariat. 24. It is not heroes that make history, but history that makes heroes. 25. We are surrounded by enemies and we must behave accordingly.